everybody. This is Mike Landers and my lovely co-host, Summer Newman Ernest.
Hello.
And we're excited again to be here with the 2016 edition of the Sylacauga Christmas Parade. And hello, Summer.
Hello. So exciting to be here again for the 38th annual Sylacauga Christmas Parade, and I'm especially excited about the theme this year.
Well, it's absolutely
Star-Spangled
wonderful.
Christmas.
What could be better? And of course, it fits with the election year and it fits with our patriotic theme. And so we're just glad to have that, and we're glad to have the honorees that we have this year.
Definitely. I can't wait.
So we're excited. We appreciate you being with us again. It's always my pleasure to be here with you, because what I realize is that when I sit up here with you, I suddenly look 20 years younger.
You're so sweet.
That's absolutely true.
Oh, well, I'm excited to be here again. You know what we finally have? We have some Christmas-like weather. It's a little cooler than it was last year, and I love it.
All right. You know, one of the things that we do, and that's so important to us, is at the Chamber of Commerce we have great community partners.
Yes, we do.
And two of those partners always come forward every year to help sponsor this wonderful televised event, this Christmas parade, and those sponsors are Emery's and Omia. And of course, as I always say about our good friends at Omia and Emery's, they bring the world to Sylacauga and Sylacauga to the world through calcium carbonate.
Yes, they do.
And, you know, there's some of our major industries here. They are part of that claim to fame that makes us the Marble City.
Yes, it does. And looking forward to our Marble Festival coming up, and they are once again sponsors with that. We couldn't do it without them. And I just wanted to quickly mention that we are being broadcast live statewide on Channel 80 through Charter. So anyone in the state can watch us on Channel 80.
Well, and of course, we always partner as well with our local TV station. What a wonderful opportunity we have. And it's such an important thing that we're here and that Vince Early and his entire staff make this possible, because Vince, without you guys, this would not be the great event that it is.
This is a big production. So many cameras and bucket trucks and lights and a lot to put it on. And so we're so happy that we can bring it to people in their homes who might not be able to come through the parade. And I know we have a lot of other sponsors that we need to thank as well.
Absolutely, and it's exciting to have those sponsors, and it reflects a commitment not only to bringing their message to their consumers, but it also reflects that opportunity for them to give back to the community, and that's what they're doing tonight.
That's true. Of course, Coosa Valley Medical Center, what would we do without them? One of the top 10 hospitals in the state, right here in our community, top-notch service. I can't say enough about Coosa Valley Medical Center. Also, right down the street, we have the Tap Room in downtown Sylacauga. It's big city food and entertainment right down the road on Broadway. Check them out for steaks, chops, and daily hot lunch specials, and even entertainment throughout the week.
Well, and of course, we always appreciate the good folks at 21st Century Signs. They will promote your worship, your work. They promote where we live and where we play. They're wonderful partners in the community, and we're glad that they're here. And of course, our good friend, Ron Johnson. And you know, that guy has got a loud horn out there.
Yes. Some vendors going by.
Ron Johnson has served as our Alabama State House of Representatives delegate from District 33. He is actually the longest serving member of the House.
Wow.
And Ron is a great representative for our area and does a wonderful job taking care of his constituency.
And KFC, they actually catered the meal for this entire TV 47 crew. I saw some of those good biscuits coming around here and smelling so good inside the station, and so we are so thankful for their contribution to this Christmas parade as well.
All right, thank you, Summer. And I think we're going to take a look down at the crowd a little bit. And, you know, we are always pleased, because one of the things that we know at the Chamber of Commerce is that we bring this production not only to all those folks that are routinely in and out of the Chamber building, like the members, the investors, the business people in town, but it's so important that we get such a broad cross-section of participation, and we love doing this. And I think from the crowd that's here and the participation we get, the community loves it.
Oh, they have been here. I know I've been out here for quite some time, and then the people start parking. They've been here for an hour now, many of them, and the streets are packed and filling up, and everybody excited. I love having it on a Saturday, because I think it gets more people coming out to the Christmas parade from places beyond Sylacauga as well.
And now we want to mention some more of our sponsors that make this production possible and bring this presentation to you on the TV. And of course, of our very own Sylacauga Chamber of Commerce. What can I say? It is a project of ours, but it not only is a project that we commit to do for the city of Sylacauga and with the city of Sylacauga, but it's such a pleasure for us to do it because, as I said, it does bring out broad-based participation.
Well, there's been so many wonderful things this year coming out of the Chamber of Commerce. It's exciting to see new ideas, and like I said, in this Star Spangled Christmas Parade is just one of them.
Thank you. And of course, we want to mention our good friends at Curtis & Son Funeral Home. When the need arises, they do it professionally, they do it courteously, they do it with compassion. They've been serving the Sylacauga area since 1975, and they are a sponsor of our TV event tonight. Marble City Pharmacy, the Johnson boys. What more do you need to say? Go in there and you can learn more about any subject you want to know if you'll just talk to those boys.
Right. You're exactly right.
They're your hometown pharmacy, Marble City Pharmacy.
Something else I'm excited about, Pizza and Pints, that's coming early 2017 to downtown Sylacauga. So we're going to actually have a pizzeria right down the street as well. Another project between Alan Sanders and Geely.
And what can you say? What could be better on a cold winter night than a pint and a pizza?
That sounds great. And I also want to mention behind us we have some beautiful poinsettia flowers that were donated by Erlene's. Gorgeous.
They are beautiful, and nothing like the poinsettia to bespeak the Christmas season, and we're so pleased for all those folks that make this event possible. In summer, I would be remiss if I didn't thank you as well, because this has become a tradition between you and I.
Hey, I love it.
Well, I love it too, because it gets a chance for us to visit, and I'm so bashful. I don't really like to talk. And
Me too.
The two of us together can barely find enough words to say.
That's when we got here and they were talking about the coolness and then they put a heater up here. I thought they were joking because I said Mike has all the hot air that I need, right?
Well, and some have said that, but that's not true. I'm like E.F. Hutton. When I speak, people need to listen.
Well, we certainly are excited. I know I got down there and saw some of the floats lining up and just some wonderful floats, and look at all the crowds getting excited. Of course, the kids are so excited to be here tonight, and I know they're going to be looking forward for the end of the parade, Santa.
Absolutely. And of course, one of the things I know, and I noticed when we were down at the lineup grounds earlier, is we have some beautiful pageant winners, and we have a young man that won an event this year, and that will be a surprise in a few minutes.
No names mentioned, but my son.
And when we were getting ready to do the show, the chamber, of course, collates all this information, collects all the information, and I told Summer, I said, we have one kid in the parade that we don't have any biographical information, so I don't guess we can say anything, and that's Mr. Payne Ernest.
But we could talk for days,
I bet we can find something to say about that.
Well, that is one child that has been super excited about this Christmas parade. It is the highlight of his year to be able to ride in it. And I remember growing up, like I said, I'm 38, and this is the 38th Christmas parade for Sylacauga, but it was just such a joy to be able to actually participate in the parade. And that's a small town life, things that you don't get to necessarily do in the big city.
I didn't know you were 38. That's odd, because you and I are the same age.
I thought you were younger than I was.
Well, so many folks think that. One of the things that we're going to see here in a minute is all these police officers that get out here and do this hard work that they do to make this event possible. And I can tell you we couldn't do it without them, because it's so critical that we have all these guys to not only direct traffic but handle crowds. And we're going to show some pictures of some of their children right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
In the crowd, and it is wonderful to see these guys.
They are. Well, and that's a big undertaking that we're shutting down a portion of Highway 21 for our Christmas parade. And so thankful that we're able to do that and to continue this tradition.
Well, I can tell you that the Sylacauga Police Department and the City of Sylacauga are so vital to this event, and they make it possible, because without the fine services of their public service sector, the police department, the fire department, this couldn't be pulled off. And of course, the cooperation of the mayor and council is always so important, and we have city employees, for instance, Shannon Plexico, that's integral to this, because she does so much liaison work with us and to make this all happen, and she's on our parade committee. Look what a beautiful face.
Oh, wow.
But we are so excited. We are so excited to be here, and I just want to reemphasize, this is not an effort, even though it's under the auspices of the Chamber of Commerce, it is not an effort that could be pulled off without the cooperation of so many. And it's just like Vince and his crew at the TV station, but it's also all the folks from the City Hall, the street department with their barricades,
right.
all the volunteers from the chamber and from Calvin Miller, for instance. Calvin devotes his time. Calvin's our economic development officer here, and Calvin devotes his time to organize the floats and the horses.
It is a community-wide effort, and in fact, I can start to see the beginning of the parade. It's starting to make its way down here, so we're going to take a look at what's coming up. It's so exciting, but once again, the 38th annual Sylacauga Christmas Parade, a Star-Spangled Christmas. So hopefully we're going to see lots of red, white, and blue tonight.
Well, absolutely, and it is so appropriate in this election year. It's so appropriate as our country gets ready for a new president. It's so important that we honor our public safety service, and it's all about that with a Star-Spangled Christmas.
I agree. Patriotism. What a perfect time to honor those that serve and protect our city, state, country, and even abroad. We have so many wonderful veterans here in the town.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, we've got in the first car, and this is appropriate because that is Rondell Muse, captain of the Sylacauga Police Department. Rondell is a lifelong resident of Sylacauga and a graduate of Sylacauga High School and now serves as our assistant chief here in Sylacauga. Rondell is a great guy.
I love to see that. Citizens coming back to the town and continuing to live here. And then following up, we have Talladega County Association of Volunteer Fire Departments Honor Guard.
Yeah, and I didn't know that they had an honor guard, but how appropriate and what a nice looking group there in the honor guard, and they look great in their uniforms. It is wonderful to have them here.
They were formed 8 years ago to honor volunteers upon their passing and made up of 15 volunteer fire departments in Talladega County. We're so thankful to have them leading the parade tonight.
Well, they certainly make a handsome group.
They certainly do. And now our Grand Marshal.
And here comes the banner for the Grand Marshal, and of course, as you know, the Grand Marshals this year, and I'll let you introduce them, but it's so exciting to us, and we appreciate them so much.
They are our local law enforcement, Sylacauga Police Department and Talladega County Sheriff's Department. And following in the Grand Marshal car, we have the Sylacauga Police Department Chief Kelly Johnson and Sheriff Jimmy Kilgore.
And you know what? Both those guys work so hard and do such wonderful work that I want to say publicly to them, thank them, because we appreciate it so much. There goes the sheriff now, and we want to give him a wave. He's driving safely. He's looking ahead, but we appreciate so much
we certainly
the sheriff
do.
being here.
What wonderful public service we have here in Sylacauga. And now it's followed by the Grand Marshal Float, which is current and retired officers and deputies and their families. Oh, here's the kids. They're excited, waving. We've got some snowmen.
Well, that's a great float because I'm glad to see us honor not only those folks that are currently serving, but those guys that have served. And so we're excited to have everybody on that float.
And their families, because what a sacrifice those families make.
Absolutely, and we're glad to have them here.
And now we have the mayor and the city council banner, and their carriers. They're student volunteers from Sylacauga High School. We're thankful they volunteered to do that, and we're followed up by our new mayor, Mr. Jim Heigl.
And you know, I'm going to say this about Jim. Jim is a longtime friend of mine, but the one thing I'll say about Jim is he has come to work hands-on, and he is working so hard to have everybody renew our spirit at Sylacauga and to bring a new opportunity and a new hope to Sylacauga.
I'm very excited. And a veteran. What an amazing veteran. He does so much work with the VFW.
Now look at these guys.
And we have our city council.
And what more appropriate place should they be than on a Humvee?
I love
because they have got plenty of hard work to do.
Oh yeah, Ashton Fowler, Tiffany Nix, Donnie Blackman, Lee Perryman, and Dallas Davenport. We have the whole crew.
I'm so excited to have them here, and I appreciate them taking time to be here.
I do too.
We couldn't do it without them.
No, it is actually a big effort to have them working with the chamber, and we do appreciate everything that they're doing for this city and will continue to do in their term.
Up next, the B.B. Comer High School Marching Band, The Sound of Gold. And Dan Seaborn does a wonderful job down there, and they're under the direction of Drum Major Michaela Harris, and the Color Guard Captain is Madeline Forbes. There's 68 members and 14 Color Guard, and what a great opportunity, and how much we appreciate them being here.
They do. They sound wonderful, and I love the gold. They are literally the sound of gold, and they're wearing gold as well. We're going to take a listen as soon as they get up here. They're going to turn around hopefully for us and play a little music.
And Dan Seaborn does a great job.
He does, and that's evidenced by the size of their band, because it's a smaller school and they have a very large band.
shot of the band right there, by the way.
It is.
All right, here we go. We're going to see some fun right now.
I think so.
They sound great, Summer.
They do. I love a good band. I mean, that makes the parade. What a great job.
Well, I really appreciate that. I'm going to tell you, that sounded good, and they look good. So
They
we're
really
proud
do.
to have the B.B. Comer marching band, the Sound
of Gold. Excellent. And I know that all of the young people are excited to see them marching through, so they're going to head on.
A lot of beaming mamas and daddies out there, too.
There sure are, getting their photo opportunities right now. I'll tell you one other thing that the Sound of Gold has is their jazz band. They have a remarkable jazz band that I know plays at a lot of events around town, and Dan Seaver does a wonderful job directing them as well.
They've been extremely helpful to the Chamber of Commerce because they provide just the right touch to a lot of events.
I agree.
Look good and sound good, no question.
Oh, look at the drums. They have lights on their drums. I've never seen that.
That is great.
The bass drummers have the spirit. Now, following behind the B.B. Comer High School Sound of Gold Marching Band, we have a float. It is the Sylacauga First Church of the Nazarene. Oh, I see some smoke coming off of it. Now, the First Church of the Nazarene is located on North Broadway.
Yes, and the pastor is Wally Resendez, and it's honoring Christmas and veterans, and we are so pleased. And of course, the star that we all seek, the Star of Bethlehem.
Oh yes, and look at the red, white, and blue. It's a little Betsy Ross, I think, sewing the flag.
Yeah, and I think Betsy's sitting by the fireplace.
Yeah, hey,
as
that's
well
where I would
she should be.
sitting as well, Betsy. What a beautiful float. Oh, and the hay, and they have the nativity and the manger. I love it. Both sides of it. It's beautiful coming and going, as you can see. And keeping in with the Star-Spangled theme.
The flag. So, and we're so
Wow.
pleased that folks honor this idea that we had. And of course, coming up now,
We have little Miss B.B. Comer's sweetheart, Aaliyah Wells, age 7, and she enjoys riding four-wheelers, playing with her cats, and her American Girl dolls. And she is a doll.
isn't she beautiful?
She is.
She looks great sitting on that convertible.
She does.
And she's waving.
Oh, yeah.
Just like she's supposed to be.
Yes, she is doing perfectly. And now behind that, we have little Mr. Comer's sweetheart and little Miss Motorsports. And that is Madison McCoy and Kobe McCoy. So we've got a family, the McCoy family.
Well, I can tell you what, it looks like that she's got the pageant wave just like she should.
I think so. We've got some set up in the back of the truck, and then we actually have the float behind them with our winners. And Elmo is walking beside them. That's going to be a hit with some of the kids.
Oh, yeah, Elmo's always great.
And now we have B.B. Comer Homecoming Queen.
Takia Wells, and she's 18 years old, and she loves playing basketball and, of course, shopping. She's a member of the marching band, various clubs, and student leadership.
And then following behind that, we have B.B. Comer third grade homecoming rep, Mackenzie Hall, an 8-year-old, and Hayden Epperson, an 8-year-old.
And, of course, now we have the Sylacauga Habitat for Humanity. And of course, we all know what Habitat does. They're an amazing organization made up of volunteers, and writing is Keisha Hill and children Demetrius Hiss and Jalen Hill, who have become part of the Sylacauga Habitat family.
What a wonderful service they provide. And now we have the Oak Grove Fire Department.
And what more do you need to say? We know the fine work that all these fire departments do, and the kids love to see the big red fire trucks.
I tell you what, that is a nice truck right there, too. They've got them all spiffed up.
And it almost makes me want to go for a ride, I can tell you. The only problem I've got, Summer, is getting up there.
That's true.
They'd have to have a ladder.
There's a ladder.
But there is a ladder on the truck.
Some kind of help, hopefully, along the way. But they have a great fire department, and thankful for their services.
And we appreciate all the guys coming out, because it showcases the equipment that they have to keep us safe, but it also reflects their community spirit, and that's what it's all about.
That's right. And now we have Comfort Care Hospice serving the Sylacauga and Talladega communities.
And of course, as those of us that have faced the need for hospice care, as I did with my dear mother, we appreciate so much that all these groups that do hospice and end-of-life care here in town.
Exactly. And we have the Haviland Express Hootie Tire Pros Al, located on Norton Avenue. Visit them all for your automotive service, including tires, oil changes, and repairs.
And Hootie may be the largest owl I've ever seen.
Hootie's got a big head.
All right, now we have the award-winning float, and it's the South
Chamber
First
Champion.
Float, and the Chamber. They are a Chamber champion, and the theme is Christmas Vacation in the USA, and they are a tremendous partner of the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, they are. And look at this float. My goodness, look at how we have somebody up on the roof, and that's, speaking of a little scary.
But you know what? He's up there, and I bet you...
It's the Griswolds.
And I bet you could go in and get a home loan to repair your roof if you needed to.
I bet so. Oh, my goodness. It is literally from the Christmas Vacation movie. Oh, I think it's Randy Fields up there.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I see
it's
Randy.
Clark Griswold. That's great.
And, of course, here we have next Miss Jade Greger and...
Fayetteville High School Sweetheart 2016.
Absolutely.
And now we have the Girl Scout Troop 2011, or 211 actually. And those ladies back there, oh, you can tell they're super excited. 12 young ladies ages 10 and 11, and they're wearing ugly Christmas sweaters, or tacky Christmas sweaters, but we can't see them because they're covered up with their jackets. Now we have the Talladega County Board of Realtors, and riding this holiday float are Scott, Dana, and Carly Layfield, along with Lauren Johnson. Home for Christmas.
And that fits perfectly. And
it
here
does.
now, of course, is the Chairman's Award, awarded by the Chamber, and it, of course, is...
Let's see, I think that we have, it's Calvary Baptist Church. Various church members riding this float telling 3 stories: the birth of Jesus in the manger scene, a family celebrating Christmas in the warmth of their home, and Jesus ascending to heaven. 3 very strong messages during this holiday season. Wow.
And absolutely so appropriate.
It sure is.
Because it truly reflects the reason for this holiday.
Yes, it does. There was some work that went into that. That is a big float right there.
Well, and it's 3-dimensional in 3 aspects of the Christian faith. How appropriate.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And they were the 4th place winners. Beautiful float. Lots of work went into that.
Yes, and the little angels are so pretty.
They are. They certainly are. And now behind them we have, I think, baby Miss Talladega County, Hendon Kate McGrady. And that is a baby,
and
age 1.
And she's 1 year old, and how beautiful.
Goodness, how
I can tell you.
Followed up by toddler Miss Talladega County, Scarlett Rose Shirley, age 2. Not much bigger. How
But
precious.
aren't they lovely?
Oh, my goodness. So cute. Look at that.
Oh, I'm sorry. And she is so beautiful in the white.
Oh, there
I bet
she
her
is.
nose
That's a
is
good
cold.
shot. Oh, yeah. I'm sure everything's a little cold right now. And then following that, we have wee Miss Talladega County, Abigail Kirkland. Age 2, daughter of Brent and Jennifer Kirkland.
I can tell you what, this is fabulous to see these young ladies getting ready for the pageant world. And speaking of the pageant world, you're a former pageant girl.
That is true. That is true. We have our 80th Miss Sylacauga coming up in January 28th. There she goes. So cute.
It is beautiful, and it's so much fun to see these young people participate, because this is really what this is all about, the joy of Christmas for those folks.
You're right. Now we have Freedom Outdoor Care, Christmas in Dixie, and riding our owner Mike Stone with his wife Tracy and Tucker Stone. And Freedom Outdoor Care is a lawn maintenance landscaping business for residential and commercial. And Mike is also a firefighter.
Well, we need him all the time when the yard looks bad like mine does now.
I love it. Yeah, they have the equipment up there on the trailer. And now we
have tiny Miss Sylacauga with Isabella Walker, and she is the daughter of Caitlin and Caleb Walker, and she's 5 years old, and isn't she beautiful?
Oh, so
And look
cute.
at that pageant way.
Oh, yeah, she's got it down pat.
And now on the bus, Sylacauga Health and Rehab, and Merry Christmas from the residents of the Sylacauga Health and Rehab and Spring Terrace Assisted Living. They're enjoying a night out on the town in the facility bus, and I bet they're having a great time.
I'm sure. You can see they've got their lights and they have their Santa hats on, but hopefully still warm inside their bus. And now we have our outstanding theme, first place winner, and my goodness, Amya.
Oh, wow. Amya always, they put so much effort and do such a great job, and they are such great partners of the Chamber, let me say that, and are obviously named sponsors along with members of this event. But the theme is We Wish You a Merry Christmas and God Bless the USA, and visiting the Omnia float are Disney characters celebrating how blessed we are to live in the great United States
Isn't
of America.
that the truth? And this float is outstanding. It's one of those things you've just got to see it to believe it.
And look at all those Disney characters, and wait a minute, on the very back it looks like Uncle Sam.
I think it is. Yeah, it is Uncle Sam back there, but they, sticking with the theme, they really did. That is a lot of beautiful red, white, and blue. I love the Disney characters as well, and we truly are blessed to live in the USA.
I think there's a certain irony but a certain truth in the fact that Minnie Mouse and Uncle Sam are on there together. Is that not so?
I agree. They're making some Uncle Sam.
But now Donald is on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
And there's Daisy Duck.
Oh, yeah. And we have some of the families.
And is Mickey back there behind one of the...
I think Mickey's on there
Mickey.
as well.
Oh, he wouldn't be far. He wouldn't be far from Minnie.
Look, they're wearing their Christmas attire. Minnie's got her red and green on.
Boy, they look great.
Wow, that is definitely award-winning
A beautiful float.
It sure is.
And next up is Cricket Wireless. And Cricket is a new alternative for wireless service in town, and we hope if you think of wireless, you'll think of Cricket.
Yep, located in Peyton Shopping Center on Highway 280. Phones and plans for all budgets.
Coming up next.
Young Miss... Oh, this is the one we missed a little bit ago. It's Cole Cheeks. And he is toddler Mr. Talladega County, a 2-year-old. Look at that.
Isn't he precious?
Cute.
And he has lights on his hat.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And followed by that, we have young Miss Talladega County, Sydney Harris, age 11. And she is actually going to be playing Helen in the upcoming performance of The Miracle Worker.
That's wonderful.
Yes, she's a student at Nichols Lawson and enjoys singing and performing.
And she looks wonderful on the back of that convertible.
Oh, yes. And then we have preteen Miss Talladega County, Megan Smith. Another group, Scott Smith, they're all involved in the Sylacauga Community Playhouse, and she's age 10. And coming up, they're coming quick, petite Miss Talladega County, Mary Charles Owens, age 7, the daughter of Drew and Sky Chandler Owens.
And she looks great in the leopard skin coat.
Oh, I love it. It suits her well. I think that suits her personality.
And now, of course, we have the rescue squad, and we're proud to have them involved. And I'll tell you what, they're an important partner in making this event possible because they provide some of the lighting that we need, so that you and I can be seen. So we're excited to have them.
Yeah, they've been out here working hard, not only in the parade, but setting up that lighting, which we are so appreciative for.
I can tell you, too, that in the time of emergency, they're always ready to go.
Yes, they are, and just provide a wonderful service for the city. Following behind that, we have Alexis Robin, age 8. She's Little Miss Talladega County.
And another beautiful young lady.
We have so many beauties. I tell you what, we have been blessed with some beautiful children, and we'll get to see some of the older ones as they come up as well.
And they ride so well on the car.
They do. I
can remember when Chase was that age, you would have had to strap him down.
That's the reason he wasn't in pageants, right?
That's exactly right. Now the Sylacauga Fire Department, and of course, it's always a pleasure to see them because those guys are there 24/7, 365. And
they are.
They're highlighting one of the assets that they have, and that's the huge ladder truck.
Wow, and look at that truck. My goodness. Thankful to have that. And another beautiful truck with some family members behind it. You know, know what? I appreciate the service they provide to the schools, going to the schools and, informing and educating students. They just provide so much to our city.
Well, all of us wanted to be a fireman or a fire.
Who doesn't? I
when
still
we were
want
kids.
to be, I think.
And there, of course, is the Hollins Fire Department.
Oh, they have got their truck all decked out with lights and tinsel and posters.
And some beautiful children atop the truck.
Yes, they do. How much fun is that? 2 trucks, all decked out. I love it. Wow, music playing.
It's so much fun to see the kids in the parade. And now the Bleacher and Shirley Johnson Spirit of Christmas Award winner is coming up.
Oh, wow, we've got another huge float coming. You know, there's so much time that's put into these floats, and this is not people getting paid to do them. It's out of the goodness of their hearts, and we just love to see them, and it makes the Christmas parade here so very special. It's the B.B. Comer Pee Wee Football League.
The Winter Wonderland is the theme of the float, or the title of the float, and it's wonderful to see them there. Bleacher and Shirley Johnson were longtime residents of this community, and Bleacher played Santa Claus forever.
I love to see these kids. They're so excited. The little Pee-wee football. You know, I see them out there practicing. They are Pee-wee, but, buddy, they've got some big, strong hearts and run. And look at them. They're so excited to be on the float.
Well, and I love the float, all the trees, and they look great sitting on there.
They do. They sure do.
And the kids look like they're having a really good time.
I think that they are. Yeah, that's where Chase would have been, right?
Yeah. Well, if you could have kept him on the float.
Yeah, if you could have strapped him down.
And coming up next, who do we have?
I think that we have the Girl Scout troop, and it looks like we have, so we're following up the Pee Wee football with some Girl Scouts. Oh, and they all have matching headbands. They need that to cover those little ears right now.
I'm telling you what.
Oh.
and they are very noisy.
Oh, yeah. And now we have Miss Timberland's Princess, Mallory Vincent. She's 20 years old and a student at Central Alabama Community College, where she's an ambassador, the Circle K president. A beautiful young lady, Mallory Vincent.
Absolutely, and we're so glad to have her.
And followed by Girl Scout Troop 2186 and the Snow Biz Train. Oh, my goodness, and it is circling all around. You know, I was at Walmart the other day, and they are actually giving rides out at Walmart.
I saw that, and so many kids love to do that.
Archie Horton, he has always got something up his sleeve, and they have got a souped-up train, I'm telling you, and it is packed down with some kids as well.
I hope it doesn't get the Girl Scout troop in front of it.
Yeah, they were speeding up. I mean, that one is all decked out with Shoot First Video, Snow Biz. So cute. We've got another float coming up behind them. I think this is Pathway Pediatrics.
All right, and how appropriate that Pathway Pediatrics would have kids on their float. Who would have thunk it?
Absolutely.
And, of course, the mission and foundation built on the verse Proverbs 22:6, direct your children into the right path, and when they're older, they will not leave. Dr. Leslie Sawyer and Dr. Alice Hardy and their staff take pride in caring for Sylacauga's children.
I hear wonderful things, and we are so thankful to have such wonderful medical care for our children that you can stay right here in Sylacauga and get all of the medical needs.
Well, and of course that goes hand in hand with the mission of Coosa Valley Medical Center, and not just award-winning care, but top 10 in the state of Alabama among all hospitals, 128 of them.
That's right. Winterboro Volunteer Fire Department. We've got a Kubota with some kids in the back, and then we actually have the Volunteer Fire and Rescue truck.
And I always love to see, as I said, the fire departments come out because they're so vital to all of us, and we appreciate it so much.
Well, that's where my mom and stepfather live out there, so we're glad that they have a volunteer fire and rescue because that's much needed, of course. Followed by another fire and rescue truck, and then we've got another one packed down back here.
A lot of kids on that truck.
Yes, and they are high up.
Now that's loaded down.
That is loaded down. And so it's another Pee Wee football team.
Oh, that's great.
It's the Winterboro Bulldogs 2016 Pee Wee Talladega County champions.
All right. You know, they kind of look like champions sitting up there.
They do.
They're certainly cheering like champions.
They certainly are. I think it's the whole team for sure having a good time on top of the Winterboro.
Little Pee Wees up there. And, of course, now we have the Fayetteville High School Marching Band. They're called the Wolfpack Marching Band. And, of course, you know I'm an alumnus of Fayetteville High School. Graduated there a few days ago. And they're under the direction of Melissa Paget. The drum major is Walter Livingston. The color guard captain is Grace Burks. There's 37 band members for color guard. And they marched in the 6 ABC Dunkin' Donuts Thanksgiving Parade in 2011. And the band and drum major received consistent superior ratings in marching competition. Best in Class Color Guard 2016 Chief Ladiga Trail Marching Festival.
Let's take a listen.
That is drum major Livingston, and I can tell you, he got that music down in his soul.
I am telling you, I have been entertained. If you gotten a chance to see that, I have never seen a drum major with so much soul. That made me want to stand up and start dancing.
You know, it's a little cold for me to dance, but it did make me tap my feet a little bit.
That Jingle Bell Rock.
They were
what a great rendition that was, and so entertaining. Great job by the Fayetteville High School Marching Band, your alma mater.
Absolutely. A few days ago.
Just a few days ago, not very long. And here's the Sylacauga Community Playhouse, something that both you and I have been a part of.
Yes, and they're an amazing contribution to the arts in Sylacauga. Writing are Matt Lakeisha and Landon Crocker and Kevin Whitman and Dan Nixon. And upcoming shows include You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and The Miracle Worker. And I can tell you that this group is fantastic. They were gracious enough to let a novice actor like myself play a role in their production of Arsenic No Lace, and I had great fun.
Well, they're doing great things, and I'm so thankful to have them back. And the upcoming productions of Charlie Brown and Miracle Worker must see this February and April.
And now we have Kid Gym Gymnastics. 50-plus girls, age 4 through 16, gymnastics and tumbling classes for all age and skill levels since 1975 through the Parks and Rec and under the direction of Tanya Ingram.
Wow, and that is a lot of kids right there. I see them at the rec, and they're doing some serious gymnastics, more than I could ever do, I can assure you.
And coming up now,
oh my,
what a beautiful float. And that's one big steer standing up there.
That is. And if you've been out there to Purcell Farms, you've seen the real thing. Let it snow. Purcell Farms is expanding beyond one of the most beautiful golf courses in the Southeast. They are becoming a destination resort. Martin Purcell and Tara Cleary sharing the Purcell message along with mascot Shanks. Orvis Shooting Grounds, event and meeting facilities, and coming in 2017, a wedding destination.
Absolutely. Call the barn, and I've been down there to the facility for golf. I've been down there for a meal. I've been down there to Orvis for shooting. It's a wonderful facility, and I encourage everyone to take a look because it is a gem right here in our community.
Right here, it sure is. And now we have Miss Marble Valley's outstanding teen, Grace Abernathy. She's a sophomore at Sylacauga High School, 16 years old, and a member of so many different things, including FBLA and Student Council, and she's the daughter of John and Tracy Abernathy.
And I know Grace personally, and let me say something about Grace. She is beautiful on the outside, but she's even more beautiful on the inside.
She is. Just
what
a
star
here in town, and excited to see more things coming for her in the future. Followed behind Grace, we have Miss Marble Valley, Cora Lynn Griffin.
And of course, Cora Lynn is such a sweetheart. She is a student at Auburn University. She is our Miss Marble Valley, as you said, and she has been a wonderful representative of the Marble Valley pageant. What a beautiful girl. And of course, let me say there's another beautiful girl in there.
I was about to say.
That's my lovely wife, Pam, driving the Cora Lynn around.
Oh, two beauties in that car. Followed by Intensity Softball, made up of 4 different teams. travel softball leagues, 10U, 12U, 14U, 16 and 18U. These ladies know how to play some softball.
I bet they do, and I'll tell you what, when you watch the young ladies that play softball on the college level,
Wow.
these are athletes. This is not casual softball.
No, those pitches, I don't even understand how their arms can move that quickly.
And, of course, coming up is Miss Indian Valley, and that is Kinley Hathcock, and she is 7 years old, and she absolutely looks beautiful. And holding the bouquet,
Oh, my
she
goodness.
looks like a beauty queen from the start.
She does. Those flowers, oh, look, she has got it down pat. Precious. Followed behind her, we have Indian Valley kindergarten class representative.
And that's Samaya Thomas, and she's the 7-year-old daughter of Seneca and Amanda Thomas, and she's in the technology club, the twirl and dance student, and she loves to read, sing, play dolls, and technology, and she wants to be a nurse, and I bet she will.
Oh, my goodness. And then following behind that, we have Mr. Indian Valley, Colton Patterson, age 8. He loves playing baseball and basketball and sings in the church choir. He looks like a king up there,
I'm
doesn't
telling
he?
you what, he looks good sitting on that Corvette.
He
It looks like he was made to sit there.
He sure does. Oh, that's so great. And now we have our Grand Marshal Award, the 3rd place winner. Let's see who it is.
I can tell you already it's a beautiful float coming this way.
Definitely. It looks like, oh, I see a Scrooge. Could it be a Christmas Carol? It looks like a Christmas Carol theme.
And it looks like Kellyton Fire and Rescue.
Oh, wow, it is. And what a magnificent float. Look at the snow. I mean, they have a snow machine. Can you see
Absolutely.
that? It is. It is a Christmas Carol. They have a Scrooge. Look.
It's wonderful.
Oh, my. I have never seen. Wow, a lot of work went into that. Look, they've got a fog machine. They've got snow. And look, there's Scrooge himself. He's in his nightcap and pajamas. Oh, and the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future.
Well, I can tell you that the snow machine is a nice touch, and if you make any snow tonight, it's going to stick. It's not hard.
No. I'm kind of thankful we don't have the real stuff right now.
I'm telling you.
What a great float. Now we have more, the Kellyton Fire and Rescue. And look, they're Dalmatian. It's a pretty big Dalmatian.
I'm telling you what, I'd hate to feed that big boy at the firehouse.
Sparky, how cute. Now another huge float, keeping in with our Star Spangled theme. I see Lady Liberty on this one.
Absolutely.
I think it's Cub Scout Pack 4126, or no, let's see the number over here. Wow. Look at that. Got their own music, all the Boy Scouts on there, and some family members. And look, they even have their tin in the back.
And that is, I can't see their pack number yet, but I want to be sure we announce it because it's a great float.
It is. Out of Sylacauga, one of the packs is 125, I believe, or 126. 128, 126, I think, out of First United Methodist
Well, they did
Church.
a great job.
They sure did. And now we have
The
the
Sylacauga.
Sylacauga High School Marching Band.
The $500,000 band, and it's worth $1 million, I can tell you. And of course, we've had a change in the band, but we have 100 members, a change of leadership with the last of the Simpkins family gone. But they're reaching new heights under the direction of Ryan Burrell, and it is a great band, recognized as such, and we're so pleased to have them. And I guess we'll take a listen to them right now.
Let's do it. What a great rendition. I love hearing the Christmas music. And as they pass by, you got to see not only do they have the drums decorated, I'm talking about all of the instruments. The whole brass section has tinsel, lights, Every band member is festive in the SHS marching band.
And I tell you, you hope there's not a short in the lights when you're playing a brass instrument.
That's true.
That'll get your lips off of that instrument real quick.
Oh my goodness. Wow, they are all decked out. I love their Santa hats. What a large band. And it is exciting to see.
And their drummer sounds great right here in front of them.
They sure do. And that is my alma mater, so I'm excited to see them. I was a majorette
And what a
only
great
a few years ago.
last week, wasn't it?
Yes.
What a great band, though. It's got a history of great
does.
performances and great direction under the leadership of the Simpkins family.
I'm excited to see this next float. It's the Dancing Stars under the direction of Shannon Darby, and I can see him in the very back. Speaking of Sylacauga High School, we went to school together, and he is always putting on a great show. The Dancing Stars will host the annual Christmas recital, A Savior is Born, Saturday, December 17th at 5 p.m. at Mount Zion Baptist Church, and they're under the direction of Shannon Darby and Jacqueline Ellis Robinson.
And as I've always said about, as we commented on Drum Major Livingston earlier, hey, Shannon has got that music in his soul. So you cannot deny that. And I've never seen Shannon without that big smile.
I know. That smile is too much. And I tell you what, when his dancers, he has them tip-top shape. They always put on amazing performances wherever they go. Such talent.
And Shannon's like you. He's not getting any older. That's the wonderful thing.
We hope not, anyway. Following behind that, we have Miss Debutante.
And that's Madison Estelle, and she is the daughter of Neither Story, and she's a 10th grader at Sylacauga High School, and she is a member as well of the Dancing Stars.
Beautiful.
Beautiful girl. And coming up, of course, is the little Miss Debutante, and that is Jaharia Douglas, and she's the 5-year-old daughter of Mavis Mary Williams and Kavita Douglas, and she's at Indian Valley Kindergarten and a member of the Dancing Stars as well.
Well, look at this. I think this might be a first for the Sylacauga Christmas Parade. It's the Sylacauga fishing team.
Yes, and I'm familiar with this fishing team, and already they're relatively new, but they're doing great things. And we didn't even, when I was in school, nobody knew anything about competitive fishing. But this is a great group, and they're doing good things, and they're winning awards.
That's exciting. It's students from Nichols Lawson and Sylacauga High School. The fishing team, student anglers that compete in tournaments across the state. I know they have fun.
And somebody's daddy bought a nice boat for son to fish in.
Wow.
Which we all understand.
Hey, I love it. Now we have Home Depot, and they're going to be honoring our veterans with a red, white, and blue theme, the Star Spangled Banner Christmas theme.
And I'll say this about Home Depot. They're a great community partner of the Chamber, and Heidi Lloyd, who is the manager out there, we want to extend our best wishes to her. Heidi is out now on sick leave, having some health issues, but we look for a speedy recovery and hope to have Heidi back soon.
And then we have somebody else new to our community, Main Street Urgent Care.
Absolutely. Main Street Urgent Care is a new way to do medical care in Sylacauga, and they bring that urgent care when you have a kitchen accident or you have a slip and fall or you have a cold and flu. You don't have to wait. Just go right on out. And their mascot is Dr. Wags, and that is Dr. Wags on the car right there.
Here's Dr. Wags.
And Dr. Wags looks great. And, of course, I will say this about my good friends at Main Street Family Urgent Care. They are great friends to the Chamber, but also they just opened a new facility in Alexander City.
That's great. And now we have junior Miss Debutante, Saya Mickey, daughter of Sierra Scott, student in Indian Valley, 3rd grade, and she is a 4-year member of Dancing Stars, one of Shannon's students.
She started with Shannon as a baby because she is beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now, we have some people jamming out back here, and I think that it is because I remember last year they did something similar, Valley View Church of God.
Oh, yeah, and I can tell you that they are so good. That band is great together, and you hear some great music.
It's the Transformation Worship Team playing live music. I'm going to be quiet just for a second so you can check them out.
telling you, that is transformational.
And I've never seen it. They're all connected, so it's double flows from Valley View Church of God, and then we've got the members and the kids, and the Refuge Student Ministries, along with Treehouse Children's Ministries.
And what an interesting way to get the word out.
It is, it is. Now we have little Miss Sylacauga.
Casilla Ruiz, and she's 9 years old, and she likes outdoor activities and riding go-karts and ATV and getting dirty. And that just tells you that the beauty pageant girls can still be getting dirty.
That's right. Followed by young Miss Sylacauga, Caitlin Boozer. She's 12 years old, a Nichols Lawson student, cheerleading, tumbling, golf, and spending time with family. And she's a member of our church, First United Methodist Church.
And she looks lovely, all in white.
She sure does. And here's one of our favorites, Miss Sylacauga's outstanding teen, Ibby Dixon. Talking about an entertainer, 15 years old, a student at Sylacauga High School. She definitely enjoys dancing and performing.
And I can tell you that Ibby can make you laugh, and she doesn't even know she made you laugh.
And I'm spotting somebody I know.
Who is that?
The teen, Mr. Sylacauga, Payne Ernest, my son. He is so excited to be. This has been his moment. He loves performing. He loves acting, singing. So I hope that one day he'll be on Broadway, because that really is a dream of his.
You hope. I have no doubt. I've known from day one. The first time I met Payne, I said, you know, Payne, Jim Neighbors is there. You're going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
He looks great, by the way.
Thank you, thank you. Now we have Girl Scout Troop 2185. What a great float.
And I love to see the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts participate. What great organization.
Their theme is I'll Be Home for Christmas. This one will bring tears to your eyes. A soldier coming home to Girl Scout Airport. Now we have County Line Fire Department.
Oh, yeah, the County Line Fire Department is a long-time participant in our parade, and we appreciate it so much. And again, it is a wonderful thing, because when I grew up in the country, there were no volunteer fire departments organized as such, and it has saved a lot of property and a lot of lives.
You're exactly right. We are so thankful for their services. Another brush truck behind them. They've got all their sirens and lights, which I know the kids love.
And as I said, I still want to get on a fire truck, too. Just can't get up there, but I want to.
One day we'll get you up there. Even more of the volunteers from County Line Fire Department. Got one in his full suit. Hey, I want that suit right now. That'd keep him warm. That's great.
It's always so much fun. The parade is such an event. We love it.
I know.
We love presenting it, and we love talking about it. And, of course, here comes
our
beautiful
Miss
Sylacauga, Laura Matchin. And I'm going to tell you, she has been a great representative. And you talk about a servant's heart and a young lady that's got it all together. And, of course, you know, she has wonderful parents. They have been so supportive of her and the pageant. And I just don't think we could have done better with a Miss Sylacauga this year.
She's a junior
at
Troy,
beautiful.
And she will be giving up that crown January 28th for the 80th Miss Sylacauga, but we have been excited to have her represent us this year. We have Sylacauga Yamaha behind, and that is a convoy of four-wheelers and ATVs. And you know what? This is on everybody's wish list, I think, this Christmas.
Absolutely, but you know what? I don't know that I could stay in or on one of those things.
This one right here looks like a Batmobile. I've never seen anything like that. They just come up with new toys, this big boy toys, I think.
Absolutely, but that looks like so much fun.
It does. One of the great things about living in a small town and having maybe some property or some farmland that you can ride these things around. Look at this one. This is a 6-seater coming by. Wow. My.
You know, 6-seater is about what Pam and I need now, because she's a backseat driver, and the further back that she could drive from, the better we would do.
Hey, I am too. Well, I think we're getting really excited. Look at these cars. Are you seeing this right now?
The car is going sideways.
There's a car going sideways, which is making me a little nervous.
Well, it doesn't have a back. It only has a front. It has a front on the front and a back, no back.
Oh, my goodness. And now I can see in the distance the thing we've been all waiting for, the big man himself.
The star of this event.
The star of the Christmas parade. He has come to town, and he knows if you've been naughty or nice.
Well, you know, the great thing about it is that we've been able to get Santa Claus, and we know he's extremely busy this time of year.
Yes, he is.
But for him to take time to come down to the Sylacauga Christmas Parade is so important to us. And there he is, and he looks mighty excited and mighty happy.
Jolly. I think he has Mrs. Claus right beside him.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, he looks like he brought out his Sunday suit for this event.
He is. He is decked out. He's got his reindeer and some elves following behind.
Well, I kind of wish that I had that Santa suit just to kind of to wear every day.
Hey, that looks like pretty comfy to me and warm in this weather as well. And I know the kids are excited to see Santa. And hopefully they'll see him, not him, but he'll be bringing gifts to them in just a matter of weeks.
Yeah, if they see Santa, they've stayed up too late, I can tell you.
That's true. And now we have our horses.
And we always love the equestrian part of the event because you get to see these beautiful animals, and I'm amazed at how well these horses handle themselves in a crowd.
And I don't think I've ever seen so many horses. I want to quickly announce the winners. Our first place winner is Elena Kraft. She's riding Prince. Our second place winner is Jolene Durrett, and she's riding Dixie Line. And our third place winner is Leah Stanford riding Sonic, I believe, or I can't even read it, but I know it's Leah Stanford. But wow, what a group of horses. My goodness, they just keep coming.
And aren't they beautiful?
They are. They are so beautiful. Look at these ponies, the children riding them. It's amazing just how this happens, with no major collisions or incidents. I mean, they're all just, oh, how beautiful. Riding in a line right now.
And I want to say something. You said it's amazing how it happens. I want to compliment all the volunteers that helped the Chamber make this happen. And, of course, the parade this year has been primarily under the leadership of Laura Strickland, our marketing director at the Chamber. And I can tell you that folks like Laura and Johnny Hickman on our board at Bluebell, and Priscilla Cleveland, and
Jenny has been out there.
Jenny, my assistant Jenny. You just can't imagine how much work goes in. And we're going to just enjoy the success of this parade, and it makes us feel good to do it. But I want to tell you that it is those folks that work so hard, Sylacauga Police Department. And then, of course, one of the things we want to talk about again, because without them, we could not make this event happen.
Right.
And that is our sponsors.
That's
and, of course, we are so appreciative of our name sponsors, Omnia and Emery's. They do so much for us. But then all the sponsors that are on board. And if you would like to talk about some of those for a minute. And one more time, I want to mention that Omnia and Emery's are the primary sponsors, and they are great partners of the Chamber of Commerce, and they step up whenever we call on them, and they provide quality jobs, quality services, and they bring Sylacauga to the world and the world of Sylacauga through calcium carbonate.
The Marble City, our claim to fame.
And then, of course, our other sponsors, and they include Coosa Valley Medical Center, Representative Ron Johnson, TV 47, 21st Century Signs, the Tap Room, and of course KFC. And we are so thankful for all of them because they are all so important. And don't forget, Summer, these that are up now.
The Sylacauga Chamber of Commerce, thank you, Mike. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Marble City Pharmacy, Pizza and Pints, which is going to be coming to town in 2017. Erlene's for donating these beautiful poinsettias. So many people, like you said, who have come together through sponsorships, volunteer to make this parade a success. And what a great parade it was.
Well, I can tell you this is every year. I think it can't be any better, and I think that we've just done everything we can do. But this year, hats off to everybody that participated, and of course, Summer, to you. This would not be the same without you and I sitting here, because they could ignore me, but they cannot ignore you. So I am so pleased that you do this for us, and it is so meaningful to us. But more than that, it's meaningful to the city, it's meaningful to the community, because it lets us showcase more than anything else in this event, community spirit.
That is exactly right.
And we in Sylacauga are so lucky to have the cooperative nature that we have among all of our partners at the Chamber, our partners with the city of Sylacauga, and we appreciate it so much, and we hope that this is kind of our Christmas gift from the Chamber of Commerce, the work that we do to make this event something for all the citizens of Sylacauga to enjoy.
I agree. It's like I said, we have the Christmas decorations already up, but until we have the Christmas parade, I don't feel like it's Christmas.
Well, and this is the first year in a while that we've had beautiful weather, cold weather, but it seems so appropriate for Christmas. And before we leave the air, and I'm sure we'll be leaving shortly, but one of the things that I've got to mention again is the assistance of TV 47 and Vince Hurley, because they truly make this production possible through the sponsorship of Members and Omnia and the other sponsors. It pays for this event, and we can just look around and see all the work that's done to make this happen. One more thing that I want to mention before we're gone, and that is Jim Armstrong and Parks and Rec. They build and direct this stage for us right here, and you and I need to be aware that we couldn't do it without this wonderful place to sit.
Yes, I'm thankful for that, and for the heater that's right at my feet. I appreciate that as well. It has been a wonderful 38th annual Sylacauga Christmas Parade, a Star-Spangled Christmas. We saw lots of red, white, and blue honoring veterans, the USA, and of course our wonderful local community here, Sylacauga.
And thank you so much to the Sylacauga Police Department and the Talladega County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Kilgore and Chief Johnson. They were an appropriate honoree this year, and
Grand
we appreciate it. Summer, thank you again. And I saw Santa Claus and I saw Paint Ernest. I saw two celebrities, so what could be better?
Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas from us at the Chamber of Commerce. And remember, please shop local, please buy local. Thank you again, Summer. Thank everybody that made this possible. Thank you, Laura Strickland. And from Sylacauga, it's Summer Ernest and it's Mike Landers, and good night to you.
Little Christmas.